glasses on so I can see my cards, but I can't necessarily see everybody, so it's a really good start. Good evening, everybody. We're really delighted to be here this evening, and I'd like to start off by thanking Stuart, our sponsor. We're really thankful to him for promoting us this evening. I'm Ros Davies. We're from Women and Children First.
I'm Ruth.
And we're a small UK-based charity that's been working to address maternal and newborn mortality in some of the poorest communities in the world. We've been established just over 10 years, and we work with women and communities to empower them to address their maternal and newborn health needs themselves, and also to address the health needs of young children. It's very much about empowering people, enabling them to do things for themselves to improve their health situations, and it's not about giving handouts in any of our programs. Today we're going to talk about our work with SNEHA, based in Mumbai or Bombay. This project is working in the urban slums, and it's aiming to address severe and moderate malnutrition for children under the age of 3 living in the Dharavi slum, which is the largest slum in Asia. Our partner SNEHA has had a really successful track record. Sorry, I wasn't sure when the photos were changing. They've had a really successful track record in piloting innovative approaches that have later been taken up by the Mumbai government, the local government, the council there. And this is one of those projects. It's working directly with communities, and it's a scientific approach, but it's not a medical approach. SNEHA is working with women and adolescent girls, and that is done through going door to door, meeting women in their homes, and also holding meetings. They discuss issues such as pregnancy, childcare, and family planning.
I'll just break in there to just give a bit of information about India, just backtrack a little bit. India, lots of you are aware of India, you've been to India. It's a massive country with a massive population. There are over 8 million severely malnourished children in India. And I'd just like to explain a bit more about the environment where we're working. You've seen Slumdog Millionaire, loads of you, the award-winning film, and it's exactly in this environment of extreme inequality where our project is based. There are more children who are malnourished in India than anywhere else on the planet. And this is a typical family who we might be working with. I think you can see there lots of rubbish. We've got grandma, very young mother, young kids, and she's expecting another little one. I want to tell you though about this little girl here. This is Suresh. She's a 16-month-old little girl, and this is her young mum. And she came to our attention last year in November, and although she's 16 months old, you won't believe it, but she was 6 kilos. That's just under a stone. My little boy is the same age, and he's twice the weight of that. He's quite a big boy, but he's twice the weight. Her mum and dad are young, they've never been to school, they cannot read or write. Dad is an alcoholic, dad doesn't have a job. Mum has actually, despite her young age, got 6 kids and is working as a domestic maid to try to support everybody. This is the environment, this is the reality. Not only was she grossly underweight, she has been suffering from frequent bouts of diarrhea, sickness, and has never had, or had never had, an immunisation in her life. That's the sad part of the story. The positive is that within just 3 months, I can report at the end of February, her weight is now up and her weight is within the normal range. And what Ros was describing now, just before, a little bit about some of the work in the community. This is one of the community outreach workers talking to some of the women there about home cooking practices, breastfeeding, that kind of thing. And this is a picture of a daycare centre. I'll let Ros tell you a bit more about the daycare centre.
Thank you, Ruth. As well as working with the communities directly in the daycare centre, the needs of malnourished children are addressed directly. But the mums and other family members are always involved, because you can't just work with the child alone, clearly. I was actually in Mumbai last year, more or less this time, and I was able to visit the Kumbhawada daycare centre. And as you can see, children, it looks like a nursery you would have here pretty much, and the day runs in pretty much the same sort of way. But there's a difference because the activities that are carried out there are both educationally and nutritionally addressing the children's problems. So the songs that they sing, the stories they heard might focus on messages around hand washing after going to the toilet to maintain hygiene, the importance of getting the 5 fruit and veg every day, just the same as for children here. But more importantly, the children are actually fed every 2 hours. They get a very good nutritionally balanced diet which meets their basic needs, but using foods that are available locally that they would normally eat, but they're properly balanced, and then their parents learn how to ensure that they get the right amount of calories, proteins and basic nutrition throughout the day.
I'd just quickly like to end and ask me more about the financials if I don't have time to finish with Suresh. Let's make this a reality for more children. The turnaround in just 3 months that we've seen here with Suresh. We need, in a year, just over £27,000 to do this. We've got just over £20,000. If we could get tonight around £6,000, that helps us to create a reality for around 140 kids in a year. That makes a massive difference. It pays for food in the daycare centre, the staff in the daycare centre, and the rent. Help us be part of this. Help us to stop malnutrition for these kids in India. Thank you.